Hi, Merry Christmas. I'm not Catholic, but my friend's cat is staying with me for Christmas, and that makes me a Catholic, I guess. I'm very, very happy that she's with me. My childhood wasn't super happy. When I grew older, I became obsessed with celebrating everything I could. On the one hand, it was coming from my joyful nature, besides being so melancholic, Mila-cholic. My name is Mila. Besides that, I'm fun. But it was also a very neurotic desire to compensate for all those New Year's Eves and birthdays that were kind of neglected in my family. In Russia, we celebrate New Year the way you celebrate Christmas. Families gather, eat homemade festive food, everybody exchanges gifts, and Russian Santa Claus visits children on the New Year's night. Some people celebrate with friends, and I almost always celebrated with friends. But you know how sometimes when you want something intensely, you're creating resistance. It feels like reality is working against you. You grip the outcome so tightly. I was never relaxed around holiday season. I think my friends didn't really care if we were going to have a New Year's party or not, because they always had that option to celebrate with their families. And I needed it to find where to go, who to join. I needed it to celebrate properly, and that desire was coming from my fear of feeling incomplete, sad and lonely, and also from my shame, I think, from that feeling of being damaged, unworthy of joy, connection, belonging. Even when my New Year's nights were merry, that holiday sadness was still chasing me. It was catching up on the first days of a new year, probably right on the first day of January, when I was coming home in the morning to that emptiness. or on Christmas. We celebrate Christmas, Orthodox Christmas, on the 7th of January. It's a very quiet day, very spiritual. Many people attend churches. It's even more family oriented than New Year. After Christmas, we also have Old New Year. It happened because of the shift from one calendar to the other. We love celebrating all the traditions, so why not celebrate New Year twice, unless you're a Grinch like me. So on the 14th of January we have Old New Year. That holiday is very low-key, but still, I always wanted that holiday season to be over as soon as possible, to stop feeling like I was not festive enough, to stop feeling like I was not enough. Finally, last year, I decided to let it go, and I wasn't searching for any company to join. My mom is taking care of a close relative. She doesn't want me to visit them. And on the 31st of December, she could only visit me in the morning, so we celebrated around noon instead of midnight, and then I walked her to the bus stop. Then I was walking home. It was pretty early, but the day was so gloomy. There was little snow, little white color. Everything looked dark gray. There were no people in the street. Everybody was probably busy cooking festive meals and wrapping gifts. A little snowstorm started. Snowflakes were blowing into my face. I was feeling so sad. I was like, Earth, eat me. Of course I was over dramatic. I actually agreed to have a video call with my friends who were abroad. We agreed to celebrate together online. But I couldn't focus on anything good. I felt like, that hell of having a victim mindset, that hell of thinking, I don't want this, but I'm too helpless to change anything. My loneliness is ugly, and life is not fair. The hell of thinking like that was so familiar, so comfortable. That's why I was unable to think, oh, so grateful. I'm so grateful that my mom is alive and able to visit me, and who cares if she visits me at noon or at midnight. And I'm so grateful for my friends. They're so rare, so talented, intelligent, beautiful and funny. And despite the ongoing war, I am safe. I have tasty food. I have a bottle of champagne. All those good, great things existed, but I couldn't give my attention to them. So I came home, and instead of turning Christmas lights on and watching a Christmas movie, or instead of making a video for you like this one, I went to bed, and I was lying in darkness and silence. I was lying for hours, lost in space and time, feeling bad. That's how I chose to spend the last hours of 2023. And about 30 minutes before midnight, I got up, I put the dress on in a hurry, and I called my friends. I tried to look cheerful, but I was feeling bad. I was feeling like, why am I here? It's almost a year since that weird New Year's Eve. I haven't really changed the arrangement of my life. I didn't start a family, and I didn't even get my own cat. I'm asking myself if I am sad. I'm not sad. Am I happy? I'm not happy. Just yesterday, I was triggered by a random article. It had something like holiday anxiety on its title. That's why I clicked on it. And I was so sure that the only reason for that sort of anxiety was being home alone on Christmas. Turned out that many people are introverted. Many people have social anxiety, and it's hard for them to deal with that holiday season pressure when they need to meet some social expectations. They need to be engaged in family holiday traditions. I'm very sorry if you're going through something like that. I'm very introverted myself, especially these past few years. It's sometimes painful how it's better for me to stay home instead of being with someone who I am not comfortable with. Still, it was kind of ironic to read that people don't want to celebrate Christmas with their relatives when I want relatives. I guess it is some sort of cosmic balance. Other people have what I want. They have family dinners, and I have what they want. A peaceful Christmas night with my friend's cat by my side. So I'm not spending holidays the way I want to spend them. I know what I want. I want to have the happiest Catholic Christmas. Then I want to have the happiest New Year's night. Then I want to have the happiest Orthodox Christmas. And then I want to have the happiest old-style Russian New Year. And then I want to celebrate Chinese New Year. And I want it to be the happiest again. But to have all those happiest days, to be as happy as humanly possible, I need to start with something. I need to make that shift towards all that bliss. So what can I do now? I think I can make today, tonight, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow a little happier. I have told you something about my past, but it actually doesn't matter, and your past doesn't matter. Please do not worry about that. Don't worry about your past or your future. What really matters is that decision that we can make right now. You can imagine the life you want, and you can decide to have it. And of course, this decision won't take you there right away, but it will give you some directions to head in. It will help you to engage in behavior that makes you happier. And all the wonderful changes will originate not from a state of lack, but from self-love, because deciding that you deserve to have your desired life, it is self-love. Of course, there are circumstances and conditions going on in life, but we are not those circumstances. If your Christmas is not the happiest, it's actually okay to be where you are at the moment. It doesn't mean that you are unworthy of love, health, joy. Let's choose to not be defined by frustration, the way we spend our holidays doesn't define us. But I promise you that everything is changing for the better. At this very moment, everything is changing for the better. And if anything is wrong today, it's just an echo of our past negative beliefs. But we are not there anymore. Well, physically, we are maybe there, but everything is changing for the better. Everything. And I love how through talking to you, I can process any painful memory from a more positive perspective. And my brain networks can stop connecting past events to bad emotions. So here are the good emotions. I think without all those lonely holidays of an invisible child, I wouldn't be so honest. I wouldn't be able to say I love you out loud and to really mean it. And I wouldn't understand what they mean when they say you are not alone. I'm not with my family tonight, but I am a member of the human family, and I have my human rights to feel love, to be loved, to be happy. So do you. I'm happy if you're choosing to think good thoughts as you're watching me. You know, so much pain we feel is down to our interpretation of events and our perception of ourselves. So I choose to interpret this Christmas not as a lonely holiday, but as a peaceful one. My Christmas days are really peaceful, even though the cat was climbing up my winter buffer coat last night and left visible scratch marks on it. I felt really upset. I even cried a little. I didn't tell her anything. Of course, she just needed it to be wild and free like nature. Thank you for connecting us with nature. Thank you for being in my video. Thank you for soothing the one who is watching us. Thank you for showing us how comfortable and relaxed we can be. I wish my video could produce the same effect on you to lower your cortisol levels, to increase oxytocin, to reduce anxiety, to promote a state of peace. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me your time, the most precious Christmas gift. Thank you for being your unique self who's watching my videos. I love you. Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year.